Intro Rimuru Tempest started having dreams about Shizue Izawa. It had been bothering him every day. He constantly imagined her being alive. But even if he could bring her back to life, he felt that he would be breaking the promise he made to her. However, Ciel suggested that he turn back the clock. This way, he could save her before she gave her last wish, and correct every mistake he made in the past. Chapter 39. Saints Hinata, Roy, and Lewis were waiting for Ruminesz's return. Ruminesz didn't bring any servants this time because Rimmeru had sent a message warning her that someone would infiltrate his sanctuary. Because of Ruminesz's love for Rimmeru, she instantly trusted his words without a second thought. After about an hour, she returned. "Welcome back, Ruminesz-sama," Hinata greeted her. "Thank you, Hinata," Ruminesz replied with a wide smile on her face. "You seem happy, Ruminesz-sama. Did something happen?" Roy asked. Fu. Something actually happened," Ruminesz teased. "What could it be?" Lewis inquired. Fu. Demon Lord Rimmeru proposed to me," Ruminesz declared, even though she was actually the one pestering Rimmeru to marry her. "I see," Roy and Lewis said in unison, both knowing that Ruminesz was lying about the proposal. "Put that aside. Did someone invade?" Ruminesz asked, shifting the topic. "Yes, there is someone here, Ruminesz-sama. But how did you know someone would invade?" Hinata asked. "Rimmeru told me, of course. My beloved cares about me and this nation, so he told me to leave strong people to guard the holy sanctuary while I was gone," Ruminesz boasted. "I see, but how did he know, Ruminesz-sama?" Roy wondered. "I don't know either, but let's just put that aside. Now, Hinata, what are your plans?" "I'm planning to go to Tempest to apologize personally," Hinata stated. "I see. Well, you don't need to worry. He's not going to do anything to you unless you want him to," Ruminesz assured her. "I will be going now," Hinata said, walking towards the door. "Hey, what a killjoy. Well, I better prepare myself as well for my visit to Tempest," Ruminesz said as she left the throne room. Scene: Lewis and Roy. "Hey Roy, we need to plan for the wedding of Ruminesz-sama," Lewis suggested. "You're right. First, we need to find the most beautiful wedding gown out there," Roy agreed. "True, but we need money. Do you have any?" Lewis asked. "No, I'm pretty broke right now, but we can take the donations for the church," Roy proposed. Lewis just gave him a thumbs up, and both ran to the treasure room. Scene: the meeting. Hinata was heading to the monthly meeting of the 10 Great Saints. As soon as she arrived, Ciel began bad-mouthing her, just like in the last timeline. However, when she told Ciel he could challenge her if he wanted her position, the whole room went silent. "So, Hinata-sama, you fought the king of the monsters? He's quite lucky to survive," Fritz remarked. "I agree with what you said, Fritz," Reynald added. "Quiet, you too. Hinata-sama is still speaking," Arno scolded. "Yeah, that's rude, you know," Bacchus grumbled. "Hinata-sama, you can speak now," Gerald said. "Don't misunderstand this, but I cannot defeat the king of the monsters. Demon Lord Rimmeru could have killed me right on the spot, but he didn't. Maybe he doesn't like to waste time on weaker creatures like me," Hinata admitted. The eyes of the 10 Great Saints widened. Hinata was the strongest knight in their group, yet she openly admitted she couldn't defeat Demon Lord Rimmeru. "Now, what is the status of the Falmouth Kingdom?" Hinata asked. "Well, boss," Ciel began, detailing every piece of information he had gathered from the soldiers. "I see. Then we must wait for Reheim Dono to learn what really happened in the war between Falmouth and Tempest," Hinata decided. They waited patiently until Reheim entered the room with 3 of the 7 days clergy. Hinata informed the Knight Order who these 3 were. "Reheim Dono, can you tell us what happened in the war?" Hinata asked. "We were getting ready to attack the Kingdom of Tempest," Reheim explained. "But when we were about to head to the town, our soldiers died on the spot. Only myself, King Edmaris, General Folgen, Raisin-sama, and the 3 other worlders were left. A large explosion occurred, and when the smoke cleared, we saw the storm dragon Veldora. And he was not alone. He was with the king of monsters, Rimmeru." Reheim continued. "King Edmaris said something that angered Demon Lord Rimmeru and storm dragon Veldora. When Veldora was about to kill us all, Rimmeru ordered him to stop because he wanted us to pay for our actions. We engaged in a war without a declaration. What was even scarier is that Demon Lord Rimmeru summoned a primordial demon in front of us. We couldn't even move because of the overwhelming power of the King of Monsters, a power that can even control a true dragon. Even with Reiheim's calm tone, the fear in his eyes was visible. Everyone in the room began to sweat. So you're saying that the demon in Falmouth right now is the primordial he summoned? Sarah asked. Diablo-sama already left. He just sent a demand from Demon Lord Rimmeru. Also, this is just a clone. My real body is currently in Falmouth, Reiheim revealed. Diablo? Did Demon Lord Rimmeru name the primordial demon? Rites asked, shocked. Yes, he did, Reiheim confirmed, making the Holy Knights nervous. I see. Any other information? Hinata asked. Yes. Demon Lord Rimmeru gave a message for you, Reiheim said, taking out a crystal orb. Here is the message. Chapter 40. Message. Reiheim activated the crystal ball. A girl-like figure appeared in the projection. So this is Demon Lord Rimmeru? Fritz noted. All of you be quiet. Let's hear his message, Hinata commanded. The recording played. Hello, Hinata. It has been a while since you tried to kill me. Like I said, after 2 weeks you can visit my kingdom. But if you try anything that will harm my people or my nation, I won't have a second thought about taking action. That's all. The crystal ball shattered as the message ended. I see. Then I will go to Tempest to talk to Demon Lord Rimmeru and apologize for what I did, Hinata resolved. We will go with you, Arno insisted. They had a decent conversation, but unbeknownst to them, the 7 days clergy had already planned a scheme to have Hinata killed by Demon Lord Rimmeru. The next day, Hinata prepared for her journey. Fritz, Bacchus, Arno, and Rites followed her. Hinata allowed them to come along, unaware that the 7 days had already manipulated Reynald to take action. Scene. Tempest. Rimuru-sama. I have the thing that you asked me for, Benimaru said. Thank you very much, Benimaru, I said, taking the black orb. But what are you going to do with that, Rimuru-sama? Benimaru asked. Fu, you will all know one of these days, Benimaru-kun, I replied, and he left. I went to my imaginary space to put things together. Ciel, is everything ready? Yes, master, everything is ready. Shall we proceed to the operation? Yes, I said, holding the black orb. You must be asking, what is this black orb? Actually, it's the Charybdis that Clayman possessed. I made sure Benimaru captured it rather than destroying it. My plan is to make this Charybdis like Valora. Operation proceeding. Complete. The individual has obtained the same power as the individual Valora. The unnamed individual is obtaining ultimate, unique, and extra skills. Obtain skills. Ultimate skill, Lightning God Ragen. Unique skill, Scale Shield. Unique skill, Sky Princess. Extra skill, Dragon Fury. Extra skill, Storm Princess. Okay, make it a girl again, Ciel, I ordered. Do you really not have any intention, Master? No. It's just that if Veldora is going to have a son, he will teach him everything about manga and that thing will end up exactly like Veldora, I shouted with honest intentions. Very well then, Master. But I am watching you. And I will not hesitate to tell Shizue if you do something. Yes, ma'am, I said nervously. But really, I didn't have any bad intentions. Plus, they're my nieces, after all. I'm a true dragon. What will be the name of the second daughter of Veldora, Master? How about Vanera? I suggested. It seemed like a fitting name. Valora and Vanera. Whoa, they are like twin names. All done, Master. I have given the name, her human form, and an ego. Okay, now let's see the result, I said. I looked at Vanera. She started as a ball but slowly transformed into a humanoid figure. She looked a lot like her sister, but Vanera had short hair. Hello, Vanera, I smiled. Hello, Uncle Rimmeru, he, Vanera greeted me. She seemed a bit childish. I had a small conversation with Vanera and told her she would meet her father and older sister today. I then teleported with Vanera to where Veldora and Valora were. Yo Rimmeru, what makes you visit me? Veldora asked with a wide smile. Sorry for the rudeness of my father, Uncle Rimmeru, Valora apologized. No, it's fine. I'm just here to introduce her, I said, pointing at Vanera. Who is this young girl? Veldora paused, realizing the girl beside me looked exactly like Valora. So you noticed? This is Vanera, your other daughter, I announced. The face Veldora made was priceless. Well, I'm going to go now, I said and left. I could tell that Valora and Vanera were getting close pretty fast. Well, Better make some preparations for Hinata. Scene. Hinata's perspective. As soon as we left Rimmeru's, we headed to Blumend. We were amazed by Blumend's development. It is still a small kingdom, but the progress is out of this world. We stopped at a restaurant, and I found out they had ramen on the menu. I ordered it, and the others did as well. I couldn't believe Rimmeru was able to recreate food from our old world. Whoa, what is this taste? I never ate something like this, Fritz marveled. Yes, it's really delicious, Ruminesz replied. This dish is out of this world, Arno agreed. I can literally eat 20 bowls of this, ha ha ha. Bacchus laughed. All of you finish your meal. Then we will rest for a day, and continue our journey to Tempest, I ordered. Yes, Hinata-sama, they said in unison. We ate a lot of Japanese food at that restaurant, and our bill was a bit high. After that, we headed to an inn to rest. Tomorrow, we would enter the territory of Demon Lord Rimmeru. We had better go into the forest at full strength. You never know if a monster will attack. Chapter 41. Kingdom of Tempest. Hinata and her companions arrived at the entrance of the forest of Jura. They were amazed at what they saw, well-built roads, and even hobgoblins riding direwolves. Hello adventurers, welcome to the forest of Jura, a goblina greeted them. Thank you, Hinata replied, followed by Fritz, Arno, Bacchus, and Ruminesz. I will tell you the rules of this nation, the goblina stated. 1. Fighting is not allowed. 2. No littering on the road or in the city. 3. If you get caught belittling or abusing any other races or humans, you will be tossed out of Tempest. That's all. Hope you follow them. The goblina then left. What a properly managed kingdom, Fritz noted. I couldn't agree more. Demon Lord Rimmeru is a blessed leader, Bacchus added. We should move now. I don't like walking at night, Ruminesz suggested. Ruminesz is right, Arno agreed. Now let's go, Hinata said. They walked for about 2.5 hours. Luckily, they found drinking fountains along the way, avoiding heatstroke. Suddenly, they all stopped when they saw a beautiful blonde-haired girl with golden eyes. Arno and Fritz's jaws dropped at the sight of the beautiful lady. Are you Hinata Sakaguchi? The girl asked. Yes, I am. Do you need something? Hinata responded. I'm Valora. I'm going to be your guide now, she said. Scene. Hinata's perspective. As we approached a building, the girl in the middle of the road caught our attention. She seemed to know me. After a brief talk, we followed her to the inn. Scene. Inside the inn. So, were you sent by Demon Lord Rimmeru? Arno asked, looking straight at her. Yes. Uncle Rimmeru sent me here, Valora replied. All the paladins turned pale. You uncle? Ruminesz stammered. Yes, Demon Lord Rimmeru is my uncle, Valora confirmed. Both Arno and Fritz turned to stone. The girl that caught their attention was none other than the niece of the Demon Lord. I see, but why would Demon Lord Rimmeru send his niece to guide us? Bacchus asked. You see, Uncle Rimmeru wanted me to keep an eye on you 5 while traveling. He senses trouble. Not from you, but from the 100 soldiers from the church that are heading to Tempest. It looks like they are here for a fight, Valora explained. What? 100 soldiers? Arno exclaimed. But why would the church send 100 paladins to Tempest? Fritz asked. It's easy. They want Uncle Rimmeru to think that Hinata came here for a fight. If Hinata loses and dies, the whole Western nation will see us as an enemy of humanity, Valora said calmly. You're quite a genius, Valora Dono, Ruminesz complimented. No, it's pretty obvious if you ask me, Valora said, taking a sip of her tea. I see, but who is the mastermind? Hinata asked. I still don't know, but Diablo-san will find out soon enough, Valora answered. Diablo? Do you mean the black primordial demon? Ruminesz asked, sweat dropping from her forehead. You are correct, but you don't need to be scared. As long as you don't insult Uncle Rimmeru, you are safe, Valora reassured them. So are we going to rest here? Ruminesz asked. Yes, we need to be fully ready. We don't know if the mastermind of this scheme will make a move against us, Arno noted. You are right, Hinata agreed. Very well, you all can rest for now. I will guard the whole place for you, Valora said, standing up. No, no, no. To let a beautiful lady guard us is irresponsible for us men. You can rest as well. Arno and I will guard the place, Fritz insisted. No need. I can do it by myself, and I don't really need to rest. I can't feel exhaustion, Valora stated, damaging Arno and Fritz's pride. Then we thank you, Valora Dono, Hinata said, bowing. There's no need to thank me. I'm just doing what Uncle Rimmeru told me to. Plus, I also like being away from my father and little sister for a while, Vanera added. Chapter 42. The Little Adventure of Vanera in the Kingdom of Tempest. There lives a true dragon, the strongest race there is, and 2 ferocious dragonoids. In the middle of the day, all seemed normal, until a small accident happened. Scene: Vanera's perspective. I am currently eating my favorite snacks, cookies that Valora Nichan made for me. Nichan is a really good chef and beautiful on both the outside and inside. But when father makes her mad, she turns into a devil. Like the literal devil himself. That's why I'm scared of Nichan. Father even said that Nichan is like Aunt Velzard and Aunt Velgrind. He told me the story of how he almost got killed by Aunt Velzard. Well, I can't blame Aunt Velzard for trying to kill father to discipline him, but that's a bit harsh if you ask me. Now that I know that, I need to be fully behaved if I don't want to get punished. I am currently heading towards the bakery that Nichan made. She opened a small bakery, and it grew big in an instant. Her cookies and cakes are the best. From what I heard, she earns 50 gold coins in a week. That's huge. I also heard she plans to open other branches in the capital city. Nichan is currently not here. She's guiding some guests of Uncle Rimmeru. Speaking of Uncle Rimmeru, I saw him getting chased by Aunt Shizue while she swung a sword at him. Well, I better not ask about it. I don't want to get involved. I already got scolded by Nichan once, and that was one of the scariest moments of my life. Flashback: Vanera was eating cookies while reading one of her father's sacred texts. But she ran out of cookies and decided to get some from the kitchen. Father, don't eat all of it, Vanera shouted, running towards her father, who was devouring the cookies. I'm eating all of this. You can buy some in the bakery, Veldora retorted. But those are Nichan's handmade cookies. I won't let you have them to yourself, Vanera cried, pulling the bag of cookies away. It's mine, Veldora yelled, fighting back. No, mine, Vanera argued. In the middle of the struggle, the two accidentally pushed a vase. It wasn't a normal vase, it was the one Valora made herself, using a rare kind of clay she found. Both of them looked at the shattered pieces with pale faces. They knew how much Valora loved that vase. What do we do? Father, Nichan is gonna kill us, Vanera despaired. Hurry up, get some glue or something, Veldora panicked. Suddenly, they heard footsteps, heavy, ominous footsteps. Then, a hand grabbed their shoulders with a powerful grip. Both of them turned pale and slowly looked back. It was Valora. I see that you two broke my favorite vase, Valora said softly, her eyes closed, wearing a smile full of murderous aura. It's Vanera. I said don't touch it, but she still poked it until it fell, Veldora lied, trying to frame his daughter. What are you saying, father? You're the one who kept poking it, Vanera yelled, trying to push the blame onto Veldora. He. There's no need to explain. You two are the ones responsible for this, Valora said, opening her eyes. They were pure red. A huge explosion followed. End of flashback. I'm glad I didn't die, Vanera muttered to herself. Well, better buy those cookies. Now, let's go to the Dragon Bakery.